Good morning, afternoon or evening everyone. Today I have here the most expensive watch in my 1-year-old collection to date. It is an absolutely stunning piece crafted and assembled by the watchmakers in the country with the red flag and 5 stars. This is the Sugess Moonphase Master. The watch was purchased at the start of this year during the holidays and took about a week to arrive, and with it being a particularly expensive piece for me, I was super excited when it arrived in my mailbox. Before we get into the watch, please remember to subscribe, leave a like and comment after the video. It does help the channel a great bunch. This spectacular piece comes with a well-polished metal case and lugs. The dial is in a slightly ivory beige color and has printed Roman numerals as indices, with the other two colorways having raised block indices in their respective colors. On the dial sits 4 different sub-dials in a configuration that reminds me of the Ultima Pige Perpetual Calendar Moonphase automatic watch, with a date sub-dial at the top, a second sub-dial on your left, a chronograph minute sub-dial on the right and a nice little window for the Moonphase complication in the bottom. The watch also has stainless steel pushers and a large crown for hand winding, with the movement being a highly capable genuine Seagull ST1908. The watch comes in at a diameter of 40mm and a thickness of 12mm and a massive lug-to-lug of 48mm. The watch is made of full 316L stainless steel with a piece of domed AR-coated sapphire glass over the dial and another flat piece sitting below. The pushers and crown are super sturdy, with the pushers having a strong, sharp and tactile feel when pushed. The top pusher offers a slight bit more resistance to get the chronograph hand going and to stop, with the bottom to reset the hand. The crown of the watch is something I have a small issue with. It seems to be a crown picked to match the overall vibe of the watch, with the vibe being a sophisticated vintage piece. However, with the hand wind movement of this watch, whilst I slowly wind up the watch and the resistance of the crown builds up, the slightly sharp edges of the crown start to become uncomfortable on my fingers. However, I must say this is just a small complaint. It does not affect use that much. On the other side of the case sits 2 pushers for date and moonphase setting. The pushers feel pretty good and will work with a push from a toothpick. The lugs of the watch protrude out, feel very solid, and just like the rest of the case is high polished to give the classic shine of a retro vintage styled watch. This polish, however, causes the watch to be a massive fingerprint magnet, which annoys people like me with an industrial bout of OCD, cleaning the watch almost every time I see or touch it. The caseback of the watch has a piece of flat sapphire glass in addition to a ring of curved metal with 6 tiny screws holding the whole caseback down. The clean piece of sapphire glass at the back shows off the amazingly complicated Seagull ST1908 movement. Surrounding this set piece of glass are words etched onto that ring of metal, showing off the 316L stainless steel, the sapphire glass and also its claimed rating of 50 meters of water resistance. The dial of the watch is an ivory beige color, with large Roman numerals squeezed alongside the 4 sub-dials of the watch. The sub-dial at the top displays the date with all 31 days forced into the circumference, making it just ever so slightly hard to read from a distance. The sub-dial to the left is a second sub-dial ticking away at 21,600 beats per hour, and the sub-dial to the right is part of the chronograph complication, measuring minutes and maxes out at 1 hour. The sub-dial at the bottom is an absolutely beautiful moonphase complication. The moonphase is a complication measuring the current phase of the moon, and this one measures all 29.5 days of the transition from waxing to waning and from full to new. The chronograph hand is aligned well and is activated by a push to the upper pusher of the watch. The pusher depresses with a crisp click and the chronograph hand starts to tick. When the time comes to stop the hand, another sharp press of the top pusher stops the hand dead. Then a light press of the bottom pusher resets the hand quickly with a nice click to let you know that it's done its job. All this pressing, starting, stopping and resetting can be viewed through the caseback, and it is a mesmerizing sight to behold. Now the movement, the main reason I bought this watch. The ST1908 is my first movement with a mechanical chronograph and also my first movement with a moonphase complication. Besides this, the movement viewed through the back of the watch is absolutely stunning, an exceptional sight, especially for such a low price. The ST1908 is reminiscent of a luxury Swiss chronograph movement, like from the watches of A. Lange & Söhne, the movement from the Omega Speedmaster and watches made by Glashütte Original, just to name a few. Albeit the much cheaper ST1908 cannot match with the quality and finish you would find on such Swiss masterpieces. Besides that, I feel almost any watch from Sugess can get you this kind of beauty. Now, I will leave you a minute of glorious macro shots of the beating heart of the Sugess Moonphase Master. The strap that came with the watch is usable. It is actually quite average, nothing amazing to report about. The strap hardens to the shape of your wrists after a while and is not super uncomfortable to wear, besides the occasional adjustment to let the sweat underneath dry. The strap comes with an average deployment clasp that seems to be sold all over AliExpress with the brand Sugess printed on it. The clasp closes with a click and opens easily with a press on the two buttons on the side. At $180 on the real official Sugess AliExpress store, as stated also on their website, the watch cannot be beat for the ones that stare at the backs of their watches instead of the front. The movement is truly magnificent and is astoundingly interesting to look at for movement and watch nerds like me. The price does also drop by a good $10 during a sale, so do look out for that, link in the description. Once again, thank you all for watching. Especially you, the nice one that watched till the end. If you are planning to purchase this stunning piece of Chinese watchmaking, please use my link in the description. It leads you to the true official AliExpress store for Sugess, and most likely the cheapest one as well. Thank you all for watching, remember to subscribe if you like my content, leave a like, comment and have a very nice day.